Hello everyone, welcome back to the second class on the chapter data handling, which is chapter number 5. Yesterday we left off at question number 3 of exercise 5.1. We will continue with that with the next question, which is related to the previous question number 3 frequency table. Now, basing on this table, we are going to answer this question number 4. So let's read the question first. Draw a histogram for the frequency table made for the data in question number 3 and answer the following questions. These questions, we'll look at it later. First, what we will do is we will draw the histogram for this table. Now, this is question number 4. Please don't get confused. This table is from the previous question, question number 3. Now, with this data, we're going to draw a histogram. Now, this histogram will depict all the data in bar form. So, the horizontal line, we will show the wages, which is the class interval, 800, 810, 820, 830, 840, 850, 860, 870, 880, 890 and 900. So you can see 800 to 900. This will be your class interval, which is wages. Now on the vertical line, we will start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, let's make it to 10. Now this is found on the basing on this frequency. Now this will be your frequency. Frequency is nothing but the number of workers. So it is your frequency. Now with the data that we have collected, we will start plotting the graph. First, for 800 to 810. 800 to 810, we have 3. So 3 is here. So we will draw a bar connecting both 800 and 810. Likewise, we will continue with 810, 820, which is 2. So it will come somewhere around here, 2. 820 to 830, 1. So 1 will come somewhere around here, 1. 830 to 840, 9. So 9, you have to go a long way up, somewhere around here. So we'll join these two. Now this will be 9. 840 to 850. 840 to 850, it is 5. So your 5 will come somewhere around here. Now please mind it that there are no gaps between the bars. There are no gaps between the bars because in the class interval there are no gaps. 800 to 810. Instead of 811, we're starting back from 810 again. Similarly, 820, 820, 830, 830. So there are no gaps. So there will be no gaps between the bars. Now this was 5. So 850 to 860 is 1. So 1 will be somewhere around here. 860 to 870 is 3. So 3 will be somewhere around here. 870 to 880 is 1. 880 to 890 is again 1. And finally, 890 to 900 is 4. So it will come somewhere around here. 4. Now this is your histogram, the first part of the question of question number 4. Now, looking at this, we're going to answer a few questions. The first part of the question, question number 4 is, which group, if you can kindly look at the question with me, which group has the maximum number of workers? Now, if you look at this histogram, you can easily identify. Looking at the number of workers, the vertical line, you can see which number is the biggest. Now, 9 is the biggest. Now, this 9 lies in between 830 and 840. So, your first question, the answer will be 830 to 840. The group will be 830 to 840. Now, when you read the second question, how many workers earn 850 and more? So 850 is here, the wages. They earn more, that means it should increase. So we will go to the right, counting to the right. We will add 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4. So when you add them, you get 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4. 1 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 plus 4 is 10. So 10 workers earn more than 850 and more. And when you look at question number 3, how many workers earn less than 850? Now it is less than 850, so you will have to go to the left, backwards. Now when you look back, it starts with 5 plus 9 plus this 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. So when you add them up, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 20. So 20 workers earn less than 850. So this is the end of the question. Let's move on to the next question. Now let's look at question number 5. The number of hours for which students of a particular class watch television during holidays is shown through the given graph. The graph is given on the next page. The next page, page number 77. If you look at the page number 77, the first graph show, we have to refer the first graph to answer the questions in question number 5. So this is the graph. The vertical line shows number of students. The horizontal line shows hours of TV watched per day. You will have it in your textbook. Please go through it. Now let's try to answer the questions looking at the graph. Answer the following. Question number 1. For how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? For how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? Now when you look at this, the maximum number of students who watch TV is 35. It lies between 4 and 5 hours. So your question number 5, the first answer is 4 to 5 hours. The next, second question is, how many students watch TV for less than 4 hours? So when you look at this, you can see 4. So less than 4 hours means you have to go to the left again. So 22 plus 8 plus 4, which will give you your answer. 22 plus 8 plus 4 is nothing but 34. So 34 students watched less than 4 hours. And the final question, how many students spent more than 5 hours in watching TV? More than 5 hours. So more than 5 hours means on your graph you will see 5. So you have to start adding to the right. So it will be 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6, which is nothing but 14. So with this, we have concluded exercise 5.1. We will continue with the next exercise, which is 5.2. Here, in the previous class, we have learned about pie charts. Pie charts, let me give you a quick recap. Pie chart is a chart which uses a circle and sectors or slices to depict data. So we draw a circle, we find the central angle, and we start marking them. For example, let this be 50%, let this be 25%, 25%. So this is how the pie chart will be distributed. It will change according to the question. Now this pie chart, we will be doing it practically, so I hope you'll get to know, to have a better understanding when we do it. So let's turn to exercise 5.2. 5.2, question number 1. Question number 1, they have given us a figure. It is a circle with 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sectors or 4 slices. So this part is for light, this part is for semi-classical, It is 20%. This part is for classical, 10%. This part is for folk, 30%. Now before we continue, let's read the question. Question number 1. A survey was made to find the type of music that a certain group of young people liked in the city. Adjoining pie chart, this pie chart, shows the findings of this survey. Now, from this pie chart, answer the following. We have to answer some questions looking on at this pie chart. So the first question is, if 20 people liked classical music, how many young people were surveyed? Now, if this 10% represents 20 people, they want to know how many people were surveyed. So what we are going to do is, to begin with, we will say let the total number of people be X. Now, to find the number of people X, we will use the given hint here. 10%, this 10% represents 20. Now, 10% of X people, total people, this 10% of X represents 20. So this is nothing but 10 by 100. Remove the percentage, you divide by 100, into X is equal to 20. You can cancel the zeros. Now you have X by 10 is equal to 20. Therefore, now X, when you take divide on the other side, it becomes multiply. So simple multiplication, 2 into 1 is 2, 2 zeros, so 2 zeros. That means total number of people, 30%, 40%, 20%, when you add up all this, you get 200 people. Now, for the next part of the question, question number 2. Which type of music is liked by the maximum number of people? Now, if you look at this pie chart, you can easily understand which has the number of people. Which has more percentage here? Yes, light. Light has more percentage, 40%. So, your answer is light. Then, let's go to the next question, part of the question. Question number 3. If a cassette company were to make 1,000 CDs, now if this total number were 1,000, how many of each type would they make? How much would this be? How much would this be? How much would this be? How much would this be out of 1,000? So here we will be doing some calculations. First, let's start with classical. For classical, 10% out of 1,000 is nothing but 10 by 100 into 1,000, which is, here we can cancel 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 10 into 10 is 100. That means 100 cassettes. Now next we can go for folk. Folk, it is 30% of 1,000. So 30 by 100 into 1,000, same thing happens here. Now we have 30 into 10, so 3 into 1 is 3, 2 zeros, so 2 zeros. Next is light. We have 40% of 1,000, so 40 by 100 into 1,000. The same thing happens, 2 zeros are cancelled, and 4 into 1 is 4, 2 zeros, so 400. And finally, semi-classical. So we have 20%. 20% of 1,000 is nothing but 20 by 100 into 1,000. 2 zeros cancelled. 2 into 1, 2, 2 zeros, so 2 zeros. Now we have 100, 300, 400, 200. If you add them up, you will get 1,000 total. So out of 1,000 CDs produced, for classical 100 was produced, for folk 300 was produced, for light 400. and for semi-classical 200. Right? With this we come to the end of the first question. Let's move on to the next question. Now I will be skipping question number 2 because it is same as question number 3. We'll look at question number 3. Question number 3 has a table given here, and this table has one column as one row as colors and one as number of people. Blue 18, green 9, red 6, yellow 3. Now when you add them up, you get 36. Now let's read the question before we start off. Draw a pie chart showing the following information. The table shows the colors preferred by a group of people. A group of people were surveyed, and some liked blue, some liked green, some liked red, some liked yellow. Now we can know that 36 is the number of people that were surveyed. And among the 36, the data has been distributed in this manner. So the first step that we're going to perform for question number 3 is we will find central angle. Now, when we talk about central angle for blue, central angle is nothing but a fraction of 360 degree. A fraction of 360 degree. Now, where will the fraction come from? 18 is the number of people surveyed who like blue, and the total number of people surveyed were 36. So we will write 36 here. So when you perform this, you will get 36 into 1, 36 into 1, 36 into 0. So we're getting 180 degree for this. For the next green, 9 by 36 of 360, so which is equal to 9 by 36 into 360. The same thing, 10, 9 into 10 is 90. The next is red, 6 by 36 of 360. So 36 1, 36 10, you get 36, 360. 6 by 36 into 360. This is 10 and 1, so 60. And finally we have yellow, 3 by 36 of 360, which is 3 by 36 into 360. When you cancel out, you get 10. 3 into 10 is 30. Now, we have for blue 180, for green we have got 90 degrees, for red you have 60 degrees, and for yellow we have 30 degrees. Now we have to draw a pie chart using this data. So I have with me a protractor. Now a small correction to people who call it as protector. It is not a protector, but it is a protractor. I hope you will keep this in mind. This is wrong, this is right. So this is a protractor. Since I can't use a compass here, I will be drawing a circle with this. I have a circle here. Now, the first thing, what I'm going to do is, if you use a compass and draw a circle, you're going to get a midpoint here, somewhere around here. So, take this point, draw any line over here. Now, the first part is 180. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our protractor in such a manner that this line is on this line. Now, 180. Since the line is on this side, we're going to start counting from here. 0, the From 0 to 80, we mark it here. Now this 180 is nothing but a straight line. You will get a straight line. So this is your 180 degree and this is for blue. When you come back to the next one, green is 90 degree. Now you can start from either way. You should keep your protector upside down. You can count from this side, you can count from this side. 90 will still come in the middle. So this will be your 90. Join them. You get 90 degree for green. The next is red, which is 60 degree. Now you can either do it like this or do it like this. I will keep it like this and measure from 0 to 60. So this will be 60 degree, which is for red. So the remaining part is nothing but 30 degree, which is for yellow. So this is your pie chart, and this is how you will draw a pie chart. Question number 2 is very similar to this. Instead of 36 divided by 36, we will be using 360 in question number 2 instead of 36. And the number on top, the numerator will change. Denominator will be 360. This is a small hint that I'm giving you. I want you to practice it at home. Let's move on to the next question. All right. In question number 4, we have another figure given. So let me quickly draw this. Degree. So this is for SS, this is for science, this is for Hindi, this is for English, and this is for mathematics, math. Before you continue, let's look at the question together. Question number 4. The adjoining pie chart, this pie chart, gives the marks scored in an examination by a student in Hindi, English, mathematics, social science, and science. 5 subjects have been given, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the total marks obtained by the students were 540, that means total marks obtained by the student were 540, answer the following questions. Now, looking at this pie chart, we have to answer a few questions. The first question is, in which subject did the student score 105? Question number 2, how many more marks were obtained by the students in mathematics than in Hindi? Question number 3, examine whether the sum of the marks obtained in social science and mathematics is more than that in science and Hindi. Now, before we answer these questions, we have to find the marks obtained by using the central angle that is given here. So we are going to draw a table for this. It's question number 4. So basing on this, we're going to draw a table first. Now the first will be for subject. The next will be central angle. Central angle has been given 90, 65, 80, 70, 50. And finally, marks obtained. Now, using this table, we're going to calculate the marks obtained. The first subject, let us consider math. Here, the central angle is given as 90 degree. The next is SS. The central angle is given as 65 degree. The next is science, it is given as 80 degree. Next is Hindi, which is 70 degree. And finally, English, which is 50 degree. Now using these data, we will be calculating the marks obtained. So the first one will be 90. So 90 by, we have to use 360 because 90 out of 360. A circle total angle is 360 into the total marks obtained. This is the total marks obtained, 540, it is already given in the question. So we cancel 0, 0. And here we will cancel 18 into 2, 36. 18 into 3, 54. 2 into 1, 2. 2 into 4, 5. So you are getting 45 into 3, which is nothing but 3, 5, 15, 3, 4, 12. Now similarly, let me write this down first. By 360. Now this part of the cancellation will be same for all the rest. For example, 0, 0 cancel, 0, 0 cancel. This is going to be same. Similarly, 18 into 2, 36, 18 into 3, 54. Similarly, 18 into 2, 3, 18 into 2, 3, 18 into 2, 3. You don't have to go on calculating again. Now what is left? This 2 and 65 we cannot divide, so we will keep it as it is. 65 into 3 by 2. We will calculate it later. 2 into 1, 2 into 40. So we have 40 into 3. This 2 into 1, 2 into 3 and 5, so 35 into 3. And finally 2 into 1, 2 into 25. So 25 into 3, and we will wait for calculate the answer. So when we cancel out and multiply, we get 45 into 3 is 135. And this, I think in the question I made a mistake. It will be 55. So this will be 55. So 55 by 360. So 0 cancel, 2. 55 we cannot cancel. It will be 55 into 3 by 2. So when you calculate, you're going to get, here you're going to get 97.5, here you're going to get 120, here 3, 5, 15, 3, 3, 9, 10, and here when you multiply and divide by 2, you're going to get 82.5. All right, so we have in math he got 135, in SS he got 97.5, in science he got 120, in Hindi the student got 105, in English the student got 82.5. So with this we can continue to the next part of the question. So we will answer the questions likewise. Question number 1, in which subject did the student score 105? So if you look at the table, you will see that in Hindi, the student scored 105. Next question, how many more marks were obtained by the student in mathematics than in Hindi? So mathematics 135, Hindi 105. We subtract them. We get 30. And finally, the last question, examine whether the sum of the marks obtained in social science, SS, and mathematics is more than that in science and Hindi. Now we have to check if the marks scored in mathematics and social science is more than science and Hindi. So for mathematics, it is 135 plus 97.5. This is for SS. And for science and Hindi, we get 120 plus 105. So this is for science, this is for Hindi. When you add them, 135, 97.5, you get 5.14113 to 234.5. When you add this, you get 120, 105, 522. So it is confirmed that maths and SS combined together is more than science and Hindi. So with this, we have come to the end. Question number 5, I will leave it to you as an assignment. Question number 5 is same as question number 4, very similar, not exactly same, but very similar. So you can kindly practice it at home. And as I have always been telling you, please practice. Without practice, you're not going to learn anything more. So please keep yourself updated and keep practicing more. Thank you so much.